Hot Kitty here. This time, we will be playing around with dynamic lights. To start off, I will note that you cannot transform dynamic lights with any basic gizmo tools. You can click and you can drag, but nothing will happen. So, what do? We use the transform tool. You can do a lot of cool things once you learn how to transform dynamic lights. Let's just get into it. Okay, so I'm going to start off by copying this prop and dragging it over for the sole purpose of showing you that once you rotate a dynamic light prop past this axis, the light disappears. Where'd you go? Get back here. Fine, we don't need you anyway. So, how do we make it so the beam of light shows upwards? Go into the scaling section of your transform tool, go into X and Y, and put in negative numbers. -1, -1. And you will see that the beam of light and the symbol are both gone. Let's rotate this prop to be symmetrical with the other, and you will see once we rotate the props past this axis, they will regain their light. Yeah, you did it. So what's going on here? If a dynamic light prop has positive values in X and Y, the light can only be seen pointing downwards. If you go above this axis, it will disappear. And if your prop has negative values, it can only be shown pointing upwards. It cannot be shown pointing downwards. You can use this prop to make some pretty cool stuff. Like, you can make stage lights with some smoke. That would be cool. But we're done with these. Get out of here. Next up is lasers. To make a laser, instead of inputting negative values, we are going to input decimal values. So let's enter in 0.001 and do the same for Y. 0.001. And you will see that the prop is no longer dynamic. It is now static. You better not move. I'm keeping my eye on you. Yeah, that's right. Now, if you want to make the laser thicker, all we have to do is delete one of the zeros from each of the values. And you can see it's a little bit thicker. If you want to make it even thicker, just delete more of the zeros. Now, to note, when you drag this prop up, the symbol will start to fade. So what do we do about this? Go into your Z value and increase it. Let's increase it to 5. And you can see that it's a lot brighter now. Changing the Z value makes the prop longer. And obviously, since it's longer, it shows up a lot brighter at closer distances. We can change the value to 4, if it would let me, to 4, to a 3, to a 2, and back to 1. Pretty simple. Now get out of here. We're done with you. Next, I'm going to show you how to get rid of the beam of light while maintaining the symbol. To do this, change your x value to a negative number. -1. Boom. And you will see that the beam of light is gone and the symbol is still there. But the symbol is a bit dim. So, just like before, we will increase the z value. Let's say 2. And you can see that it is just a symbol and it is also bright. We did it. Now get out of here. For the next trick, I'm going to show you how to make your dynamic light spin in the opposite direction. Copy the light and enter in your y value, a negative number. -1. But you will notice that again, it has dimmed. It's not as bright as it was. So what do? Go into X and enter 2. Go into Z and enter 2. And you will see that they're both rotating in different directions. Yeah, we did it all right. Okay. Get out of here. The next trick, the last trick that I'm going to be showing you is how to flatten one of your dynamic light props. It's pretty simple. If you want to flatten one of these props, just enter in the z value 0. It will show this black and white cube or square, whatever you want to call it. But if you reload the room, it will show something different. This is what it will look like if you refresh the room. It's pretty cool. There's no value for z, so it just goes around and around. There's nothing here, up and down on this axis, so it just kind of spins. And if you put walls around it, it looks something like this. Pretty cool. Now, if you want to change the direction of a flattened dynamic light prop, go back into your transform tool, go into rotation, go into X, and make it a negative number. Boom. Let's go back and forward, and you can see that we are rotating it in different directions. Now get out of here. You too. Get out of here. We're done with you. And that is everything I wanted to show you about transforming dynamic lights. Yeah, we did it. Meow.